Hello, how you doing?
Hello, is this Dazzle?
Yeah, it's Dazzle.
Yes, how you doing? I want to know if I can book a reading or if you're available for a reading.
Yes, always. What's on your mind?
Okay, so I think my baby father's sleeping with the girl next door.
What?
And yes, because she always looking at me funny. She never really speak. But every time I'm with him, it's like she speak and be giggly, like doing this like a side eye thing. I think it's like a woman's intuition thing. He say I'm tripping, but I know I'm not. He don't do nothing for me, nothing for my kids. And the other day, I found like a Gucci receipt in his armrest, and just coincidentally, she had like some.
Alright, we're gonna figure.
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end.
How do I turn you off?
Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
Okay.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever.
I can't believe you guys. Okay, I've had it. That's it. That's it. What are you doing?
Some people started singing
What?
it, not
What is
knowing
this?
what it was,
Hey!
and they'll
No,
continue
this
singing it
This is the last time, right? This is it. This is it. This is it. This is not funny.
My friend, some people started
Okay, if you guys are gonna keep that up, I want you to go
singing it,
far, far away. Go, go, go.
singing it forever
No, no, no.
just because
Keep
this
on
is the
going.
song that
Woo, woo.
doesn't end. Yes, it goes on
Woo.
and on, my friend. This is the song that
Charlie, horse! No, stop. Charlie, stop. I want you to go away. Go away. And don't slam the door.
Hello, everybody. It's your girl Dazzle, and I am back again. How has everybody been since this morning? Let me pull this back. What's up? Okay, so please, it's your girl Dazzle. How you guys doing? Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload and when I go live. And if you would like to book a private reading, you can. Everything is in the description box. So let's go. So earlier today, I was talking about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, and it's like the lamb chop song, the song that never ends, because they just keep going and going with beef, right? And they decided to scrub the ground and talk about kids. Now, mind you, in my first video, I started talking about, I showed neither one any mercy. At the end of the day, I told y'all how I felt about both. Neither one is perfect beings, and neither one you should be getting behind, right? But I did talk about the fact that they were talking about children, okay? And it's so bad because I didn't even get to see exactly what they were saying, how bad it got, right? So it's a reason why. So I'm going to be talking about the emphasis on these kids and all the other things that's happening. But before then, I do want to tell y'all about how my first anatomy ultrasound went, right? So I told y'all I had a 1:00 appointment today. So it was my first time, doing it. And, the procedure is about like an hour. And, they do the ultrasound. They check the heart. They check, the brain, the lungs, things like that, the feet and everything. They measure everything. And I got some pictures for you guys, okay? I'm so excited about it. It's really cute. And I already knew the sex of my baby via the blood test that I took early on when I was just like 13 weeks. But I also got to confirm because, first of all, my baby is stubborn, okay? So he didn't want to show his face, but he didn't mind showing his pita wheater, okay? But, you know, he kept looking the other way. He wouldn't look towards the camera like, hey. But, yes, he is very active, very strong. And, yeah, he's growing very well. And here is my baby. It's cute, right? My little ultrasound. So, I got that. That's really, really cute. And I'm like, oh, my baby is so cute. He looks so cute on the ultrasound. And I was so happy. Kids are a wonderful blessing, okay? And kids is nothing but come right on time, show the picture good. Yes. Girl, kids are such a blessing. And they come directly from the heavens above. Hey, y'all. Hey, boo. And whole time, you know, it's a shame that your hate for an individual runs so deep. I did. Let me show you. Your hate for an individual runs so deep, right? That you will sit there, call yourself godly, but have the nerve of you to bring in God's precious gift, even if they didn't make it to see, you know, their first year, whatever. You know, you bring in God's precious gift and you try to perverse it and things. I think that is evil. That's evil. Directly speaking on a child is evil. Okay? So, anywho, I'm so invested in your pregnancy. So happy for you. Yeah, I just showed my ultrasound. Look. That's my baby. We're 20 weeks and 2 days in, and he's already having a personality. Okay? Very energetic in there and very personality driven. And he wasn't here for you looking at him and trying to be all up in his business. But he'll show you his behind the kids and his thing, right? You know, this personality. Okay, so, but yeah. But when I'm seeing this gift, right, I don't understand how people are so eager because they say they don't like a person. Matter of fact, let's rewind it. These people we don't know, okay? I hate parasocial relationships sometimes, right? Because people just assume that people are a certain way and you don't know them personally. You don't know if people are completely good or completely evil, okay? You just don't. So, to have that much hate in your heart that you would talk about children that you definitely don't know, that has nothing to do with anything, is evil. That is evil. Okay? So, let's talk about it. Nicki Minaj starts talking about culture, right? She didn't talk about the other children. She was very specific about culture. Now, we're going to read on that because there's a lot of things with culture. Culture was Cardi B's first baby. Cardi B got praised and everything when she came out. And, you know, she showed y'all that she was pregnant on Be Careful With Me when she was on the show. She had on a white dress. And, you know, when they zoomed out, you see her pregnant belly and stuff. And everybody was like, you know. So I think that's part of it. That might be. That's one thing. That's her first baby. And that's one thing, right? She also said culture was ugly. Talking about culture's gums and pretty much telling her not to smile. Calling her a culture vulture and her mom's a crow. You know. Then she was talking. She also talked about Cardi B's unborn baby having, quote unquote, come on her from other men. Things like that. So Cardi B decides to talk about Papa Bear. Now, mind you, I told y'all I'm not. If you go to hell with me, I'm going to hell with you. Okay, so I can't actually tell y'all that I wouldn't. Okay, I really can't. I've already done it. Okay, and I pretty much told y'all in my previous reading, my previous live earlier, my discussion that I was having with y'all, that and y'all already know this. My ex neighbor, that bitch out of nowhere. Didn't have an issue with her out of nowhere, but she had this hidden animosity against me, which really was jealousy. And you wanted to knock me down a peg or two. So you wanted to say a non-fact, like my husband was never trying to fuck you, bitch. Nobody wanted you. Okay? That's for one. For two, then you say, that's why your baby dead. Right? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to hell with you. Why not? I never said anything about you. Matter of fact, it took me aback for 2 seconds. Because I'm like, what are you talking about? What? Because we wasn't even on that level. Bitch, we were actually good. We were cool. That's what I thought. You went to hell real quick. And so I had to be like, hold on, I'm at the elevator. And this bitch went all the way down to the lower level. And I said, what? This bitch said, what? So I hurried up and went to the lower level with her ass. It's not funny, it's evil. So I went ahead and told her, and I told y'all on that live that I told y'all about it. I went ahead and told her, girl, not my slipper, y'all. Hold on. I know you not. Come on, let's go. I told you guys about Lex. Lex decided that while I'm sitting here talking to y'all, he wants to mess with my shoes. So yes, he gets to be in the cage right now. Whatever. My co-star is getting on my nerves. But look, let me tell y'all. So I went ahead and told her that's why I'm so happy that you're pregnant now. And see, we about to get to that blessing too, because I'm about to tell y'all. I went ahead and told her that before you talk about a dead baby, you need to figure out who your unloved baby's daddy is. Okay? Because at least that dead baby was loved. Okay? It was created out of love, bitch. Yours was created out of what, bitch? That nigga don't like you or that fucking baby. Your unloved baby. Fuck your baby. Okay? And I told her next time, because she don't know who her baby daddy is. So I told her next time, make sure you put a sign-in sheet in front of that in front of your mama's door. So the next nigga who come in your mama's house to fuck you, you would at least know who was last there and who did what, bitch. And so I started talking about her baby was being unloved. Her baby, is a product. I said a whole bunch of shit, okay? I don't even remember. I blocked out on her, okay? The beef sector told a bitch well. The shit that I was saying to her kept to her. It stuck to her like glue, okay? She ain't never get over what the fuck I told her, okay? But did I want to talk like that about her? No. I never once in my head ever even thought about talking about her kid like that. Yeah, a sign-in sheet. She needed one. She still need one because she's still fucking and sucking dick for perks. Yes. 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 She still needs one. So that's exactly what I was thinking. That's beef sector. Yes. Yes. And because she ran to the other side of the parking lot to keep talking shit and I couldn't put my hands on her, I had to sit there and verbally assassinate that hoe. But my whole thing is I can't tell you how to respond. That's what I'm saying. So the fact that Cardi B started talking about Papa Bear being slow, having a disability, banging spoons together, yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah. She went to hell. Yes. It's a new low. But me personally, I'm not the one to judge her for that. I'm not. Because I really believe directly, and see, whole time people are talking about Cardi B years ago, talking about somebody's baby years ago. She was talking to that person because that person was talking shit about her and this, that, and the third before she became a mom, right? But I can't use that to justify why Nicki Minaj is talking shit to her. That wasn't Nicki Minaj she was talking to. So since Nicki Minaj wanted to talk shit to her, she has a right to go to hell because she's directly talking to her about her kid. She has a right to go to hell and talk about hers. All is fair. It is. So ain't no, oh, Cardi B's talking about Papa Bear. No, fuck that. Fuck that. So, and then I'm disappointed in Nicki. Well, I'm not disappointed in Nicki Minaj fans because they were willing to go to Megan Thee Stallion's mama's grave. And Nicki Minaj got her karma for that too. And it's still coming for Nicki Minaj, okay? You being okay with that shit with Megan Thee Stallion's mama, you are still having the bad luck, even if people don't see it in your interpersonal life, your interpersonal relationships, because of that, right? So we're going to talk about that too. But this too, she pinpointed out Kulture for a reason. She didn't talk about Blossom. She didn't talk about Wave. She pinpointed out Kulture and talked about Cardi B's new baby. And see, that's another thing. Cardi B is now pregnant, but Nicki Minaj is allegedly trying to get pregnant. So you have an issue with Cardi B getting pregnant before you in some type of way. And now you have an issue with Cardi B being pregnant now and you're trying to get pregnant. Right? Cardi B even talked about how she was doing too many perks and she had to slow down on the perks in order to get pregnant. Right? And that could be true. And I already talked about that as well. Right? So my whole thing is, like I said, even with me, come to find out, did y'all not, and with that occasion with me and my ex-neighbor, at that very moment, that week, do y'all not know, I conceived that night, that night, not that night, let me get it right. When he came home the next day, that's when I conceived. So my spirit guys, my ancestors, God don't play about me. They said, oh, this bitch want to talk about your miscarriage. Let's correct this shit right now. So I ended up conceiving that week. The very next day after that altercation, didn't even know it. Okay? So she was running around talking about something. She can't get pregnant. And, oh, it's something wrong with her and that nigga she with. She can't get pregnant. All this other shit. Was pregnant the whole time. So she just sounds stupid as shit. She don't know nothing, right? So the second altercation we got into, everybody already knew I was pregnant but her. So she run around, when you become a mother, but then you'll never become a mother because you can't get pregnant, right? And I'm like, bitch. You're pressed because you have a light-skinned baby. You keep running around talking about how beautiful and light and bright your baby is because you're dark-skinned. You have a colorism issue, bitch. You sat there and was pressed to have a light-skinned baby so bad that you made sure that you sucked light-skinned dick repeatedly. Goggling down light-skinned, ball sack, eggs, and God, can you please not let my blackness be transferred to the new generation if I ever have a new generation? Yeah, that's what she was doing. So that bitch looked stupid because when I guess she found out now, I'm pregnant, you can see it a little bit, whatever. And I guess somebody done told her ass. So then she just started looking stupid. Because she was like, somebody told me that she was like, she was trying to spread that narrative, and they was like, well, she pregnant. I'm girl pregnant right now. And she was like, oh, yeah, oh, bitch, yeah. And my baby is still loved more than yours. Do you know who your baby daddy is now? Oh, yeah, you do know. It's your sister's boyfriend. You just don't want nobody to know that. It's a possibility that it's your sister's boyfriend because you've been fucking your sister's boyfriend. And he's still coming over your house, even though that your sister told him not to by himself. Well, your mama's house, when your mama's not there and it's just you in the house, and he's coming over by himself to chill with you, and then his friend comes over with the perks and stuff, and they run trains on her. Duh. How do I know that? Because the universe got a way of settling things. So now I found out that the bitch was just jealous because she don't have nobody. I mean, I don't know, y'all. But it was just crazy. But back to the story with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. They reached a new fucking low. A new nasty ass fucking low. Okay? And like I said, I can't tell you what Cardi B should say back, because I will personally say some bullshit back too. But we're gonna ask, what's Nicki Minaj's problem with Kulture? What's Nicki Minaj's problem with Cardi B's daughter? What beef you got with her? How old is Kulture? With an 8-year-old or whatever. What beef you got with a minor? Right? Because this is not even rap no more. If y'all think this is rap beef, no, it's not. This isn't rap beef. It's stupid. At this point, throw rap out the window. It's not even about rap. The stuff that they're saying to each other is not about rap. Nothing is about rap. This stuff is way different than rap. If it was all about rap beef, Nicki Minaj would have went in the booth and did a diss record. But she didn't. Because it's not about that. So what is Nicki Minaj's beef with Cardi B's daughter Kulture? What is her issue? Because I want to know. And then I want to know, because I kind of felt, I think I did a reading before, and I said, you know what, when Papa Bear gets older, he's going to have a story to tell. Because not only the stuff that he witnessed, some things, but also I kind of felt like Papa Bear did have some disabilities, but I'm not really, hard pressed about calling it out or nothing, because I'm like, babies are still a blessing, right? Even Krishan Rock's son is a blessing, and I hate the fact that he's going through what he's going through, but I don't. Even when they talk about how he looks, I don't find her son ugly or nothing like that. Like, I don't. And I don't wish anything bad on Krishan Rock's son. Just like I wouldn't none of Cardi B's kids or Nicki Minaj's child. So, what is the beef with Nicki Minaj towards Kulture Kiari, Cephas? Why is Onika Mirage having beef with Kulture Kiari, Cephas? What is her issue? 1, 2, 3. Because you gotta have beef. It gotta be. This is all Nicki. What is Spirit saying? Bitch. Okay. You got the 8 of Swords in the reverse. You got the Judgment. You got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And Spirit is saying it's really the devil energy. Okay. And, remember I said people want to go to hell? This is the stairway to hell right here. Okay. She wants to go to hell with Cardi B. So, you know how you go to hell? You say the worst things you can possibly say. And, the descent to hell is step by step. Okay. And this is Nicki Minaj's signature bar, whatever. This reminds me of, what is it? Pills and Potions. Her wig from that. Turn that down, boo. Her wig from that's technically Pills and Potions, okay? And usually the original devil card is usually 2 people chained to a door, right? And the devil is on top of the door. So in this one, it's a stairway to hell. She wanted to go down to hell and say the most deviant, disturbing things that she can say in order for maximum hurt and maximum pain. So it's never about music. This has nothing to do with music. right? When it comes to what she's trying to say out her mouth, right? Because these are her intrusive thoughts that she's saying. I mean, these are her intrusive thoughts, and these are not even intrusive anymore. She's embraced them. So she really feels that way. And the whole time, the devil is addiction as well. So she's saying this through her addiction. So have you ever... She's one of them people that get high, like that girl that I was talking about, like my neighbor. She would get high, and her intrusive thoughts and stuff will become her. All right? So that's why she ended up getting into it with people. That's another thing. And then whole time, you know, the devil... Hold on one second. Boo! Tell her. Turn that down. And to be honest... Then you have the fact, turn it down. Matter of fact, what time is it? It's 9:05. Wake your daddy up. Turn that off and wake your daddy up. Sorry, y'all. Tell her. You didn't turn it down. Turn it off. Go ahead and turn it off because it's 9 o'clock already. This is school night. And wake your daddy up. I know, I love you too. I know. It's a school night. Sorry, y'all. I thought you were asleep anyway on the couch. Love you. But yeah, so look. So another thing with the devil is that it's a Capricorn. It's ruled by Saturn. We're talking about contracts and big business, right? So it has, okay, so when I'm saying it has nothing to do with putting it on wax and the art of rap, it does not have to do with the art of rap. It's back to the contracts and stuff like that. Like it comes, like I said, also it's the jealousy of what Cardi B got, the treatment Cardi B got. So what she's trying to do, and it's the same thing, it's the same energy. She's trying to knock Cardi B off her game. Okay? She's trying to make Cardi B lose money and lose opportunities. That's what she's really trying to do. So, and she's thinking that if she can say the worst things ever out her mouth to Cardi B, it would be justified to her fans because her fans already feel like Cardi B is this, Cardi B is that. And hopefully Cardi B will react or whatever, and it will make her lose deals and lose money. But really it's going to make her lose money because she got out her body, okay? Nicki Minaj got out her body talking about culture, and she was too happy to talk about culture. And, you know, people look at that. Yeah, Cardi B clapped back and called your son slow. Now you want to sue? You want to sue and do this and do that? How you want to sue? Didn't you start the argument? You started the argument. Don't say you want to sue now. So that's hypocritical. And also, another thing with the devil card, and I already said how the original card is two people chained together. She wants to be chained to Cardi B. She's latched onto her to get as much attention that Cardi B is getting for her album. So it's a lot, right? So I don't see, and shit hit the fan too, because she been talking about her child. She been talking about Cardi B's child. Her fans been talking about Cardi B's child. They just been hush-hush about it. They've been talking about her kid on Discords, private chats, you know, low-key and stuff. They're just happy that their master actually opened the door and actually said something, right? She been talking about it. This stuff was in the making, okay? Honestly speaking, this right here, Six of Cups, we're talking about kids. And to be honest with you, the Sun card in the reverse, a kid. The Five of Cups, a kid. To be honest, in the past, Nicki Minaj wanted the baby. She couldn't have it. She had problems with having a kid. And she has disappointments. Thus, back to the devil card. It's a jealousy there. So she's jealous about the fact that she didn't have a kid before Cardi B. Hey, I'm winding down with Thompson's. Yes. Hello, how you doing again? So she's jealous about the fact that Cardi B had a kid before her. That's why she's talking about Kulture so horribly. Because when Kulture was first born, I'm just picking up. When she found out the first time that Cardi B was ever pregnant and Kulture was first born, she was dragging Kulture then. So this has been, I'm good. Hope all is well. Oh, yes. I was just talking about my appointment today. But yeah, the first time she was always dragging Kulture. That's the one I'm picking up. She's always been a predator, a spiritual predator, a verbal predator towards Kulture. She's never said anything good about Kulture since Kulture was born. That's what I'm picking up from these cards. She ain't never say shit good about Kulture. She ain't never liked Kulture. Kulture represented something that that Nicki Minaj wanted. Kulture represented I hope all went well at the scan. Yeah, it did, actually. It did. It did. Like, I got to see him, and he's the size, he's supposed to be, he's 11 ounces, okay? Hold on, let me stop. Because I can stop and ask. But this is reading someone of a hater. This is somewhat of a hater. She hated Kulture because it represented something to her. She represented something to her, right? And you know when you're a rising star and you have that abundant energy and you have a light on you, like when Cardi B first came out and showed you her baby bump, when she was dressed in all white at that when she performed Be Careful With Me, when she first showed her baby bump with Kulture, she did look like she was radiating, and she did give off abundant energy. That's the shit that was disturbing Nicki Minaj. That's what she's mad at. She's mad at that energy. Okay? So she's been talking mess about her. Not only has she been talking mess about her fans been talking mess about Kulture. 11 ounces is how big? So the baby is 0.688 pounds. Not even a full pound yet. Because it's 20 weeks. Yes. She envies children. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's very weird. She envied Kulture for what she represents. Yes. That's why she pinpointed Kulture out. She didn't pinpoint Wave. She didn't pinpoint Blossom. She pinpointed Kulture out. And it was to knock Cardi B down. But it was also been there. This devil card didn't just show the fuck up there. It's been there. This been on Nicki Minaj's mind for a very long time. She been felt some type of way about Kulture. That's weird as fuck. And it got something to do with the fact that Kulture was produced around the time that Cardi B, the light was on Cardi B, okay? Like, the portrait of Venus. And this, basically it's this beautiful, abundant, the fertility goddess Venus, when she came out of the shell, and she's just beautiful and everybody's admiring her. That's when Cardi B stepped out into the light and stuff. That's what she hates. Yep, she hates that. And around that time, she couldn't have a baby yet. And she was really trying to have a baby. So she put that on Cardi B, and she put that on Kulture. Right? That was that. And so now she's putting that on the new baby. She's wishing bad, creating spells, doing spell work. The whole time nobody's trying to point out that y'all talk about Cardi B doing spell work. She's verbally saying spells towards Cardi and her baby, and her unborn. That's weird. And nobody's caring about that. Now, y'all like to say she's honest, but you know who else tells the truth and manipulates it? The devil. It ain't nothing holy what Nicki Minaj is doing, right? When it comes to culture and that unborn baby, okay? Ain't nothing holy about it. So, what is the problem with the unborn baby? What's her issue? What's her issue with this unborn baby, this new baby that's coming through? And I think it's the same issue as when Kulture was born. Is Cardi B not Cardi B, because I see that Nicki Minaj is trying to have a baby. And she was trying to have a baby when when Cardi B was pregnant with Kulture, which means that it's triggering Nicki Minaj. Okay? It's triggering her about this new baby. It is. And you can't tell me, because who just pinpoints a baby? And who just immediately starts talking about a baby? Unless there's something about a baby that you are mad at. Because I can talk about a bitch all day and never once talk about their kid. Never once. Unless you talk about mine, then we can go to hell. But yeah, so what is going on with Onika Minaj? Why is she so worried about this new baby, right, of Cardi B's? The baby that is about to enter this world that she is now carrying. What is her issue and conflict with the new baby? Those just wanted to come out. So we just going to do that. So the Ace of Cups is a new opportunity. That's a pregnancy. So if someone wants to be pregnant, you see that Cardi B is pregnant. You got the Six of Pentacles upright. In the reverse, that means that somebody's not being given the opportunity and somebody else got it. The Ten of Wands is a burden, carrying a burden, having to carry your burdens. So, and this is like fire energy. What is Cardi B? What is Nicki Minaj, the Sagittarius? Fire. So what it's giving me is that, again, my thoughts are correct. Just like when she was pregnant with Kulture, at the time, Nicki Minaj wanted the baby, but she couldn't have one at the time. So she put that on Kulture and Cardi B. This is the same thing. She's putting it on them, right? Because she feels like, why can Cardi B get pregnant and I'm carrying this burden of struggling? Yeah. Why is it easy for Cardi B but not for me? So not only is Cardi B an industry plant and the industry is backing her, now, oh, this must be Cardi B is doing something, and now the spirits beyond is backing her too. What the fuck? But everything comes in due time. You'll have what you're meant to have. Right? But Nicki Minaj don't see it that way. Nicki Minaj is struggling. She wants to have another baby. I think that she'll have another baby, but it's not in the time frame that she wants it. So it's almost like a secret competition. And mind you, I'll be honest with you, I know that energy of secretly wanting one and trying to keep up in this quote unquote baby race. We're racing for the finish line on who can be pregnant first. At one point, I really wanted to get pregnant and things like that. And it really wasn't working out for me, but it was working out for everybody else. Right. But never did I think to pinpoint somebody and to hate them because of it, or to hate a baby or unborn because of it. So that's when it gets evil. What is first say? And this is bad judgment on her. Just dumb. This is misplaced anger. You're mad at a baby because it's coming here and your baby hasn't materialized yet. That's what it's really about. Okay. So let's see if Papa Bear is really, we might as well go there. Why not? It's out there. I was never going to say it. I felt it, but I was never going to say it. So does Papa Bear have some type of disability? Is it true? Either way, he's a handsome young man, and Kulture is a beautiful young lady, and they're going to grow up to be handsome and beautiful children, and they're going to become adults, and they're going to succeed in life, and that's what it's going to be. Okay, so let's figure out. Does Papa Bear have some type of disability? Well, okay. 2, 3. Screw the same way. You know what? If he has a disability, right? And we're going to say if he has one, it will be from his father's side, right? It has something to do with his dad, the emperor. It will have something to do with his dad. And it will be something that is a mental thing. It wouldn't be physical for me. It'll be mental. All right. The 6 of Swords is reversed for me, right? So I feel like there's some type of thing there, but I don't know if it's totally disabled. No. I feel like he might have minor setbacks or learning disabilities, but nothing like completely bad. Okay, so yeah. And with the 7 of Cups, this talks about, okay, maybe he has ADHD. I don't know. Maybe that comes from his dad. Some type of disability like that. He can have ADHD, ADD, whatever. It can even be autism to me. Like something along those lines, but nothing drastic where he can't succeed in life. Okay, that's how I'm kind of feeling. Like there's something there though. It is something there. Okay, but he'll still be able to succeed in life. But it is something there. I'm not going to tell you how it's not. But yeah. So what y'all think about that? I hate that they have to be talking about kids in this way, but I want to know the karma, and we're going to talk about the karma of kid bashing. And I'm pretty sure, I had to pray when it came to me. Apparently, it's autism because Cardi said his fave color is 5. His fave color is 5. They both going to hell. I hope y'all. I'm done. His face color is 5. So they're talking about autism. So some type of autism, learning disability, whatever. But it's like, to me, you do have to understand that we're talking about children with that means to get help and things like that. So I didn't want to laugh when she said it, but boy, I'm like, his favorite color is 5. But she want to talk about culture. But see, that's the hate too. It's something about the hate that comes into it. So to me, when I read Nicki Minaj stuff, I read it like she's coming from a place of hate. When I read Cardi B stuff, it's more so like retaliatory. But it's not truly hate. It's just that you're just talking about me, so I'm talking about you. But it comes from a place of hate. It comes from an evil place. And I don't believe, because yes, this is an evil bitch. Yes. The Queen of Wands in the reverse is an evil bitch. Yes. Yes. Nicki is that. For doing that. But yeah. But it's so funny because these fandoms, they don't mind you talking about, they don't mind Nicki talking about Cardi B's babies, but turn around and say kids are off limits, right? It's literally so black and white. Cardi has only ever responded to her. Yeah, it's very much so black and white. And it's like evil. Like, and a lot of people said they tapped out when they started talking about the kids and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, this is when you need to pay attention and watch why they're saying things, right? And who they're talking about. Because they're not talking about, because like I said, Nicki Minaj wasn't talking about all her kids. She specifically keeps talking about culture. So if you're specifically keep talking about culture, it is a reason, right? You're not talking about, like I said, you're not talking about Blossom. You're not talking about Wave. You're specifically talking about culture, and you're specifically talking about this new baby. So crazy. So I find it crazy. And you know what I did notice? I'm not into lapdog behavior either, right? So I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna talk about the karmic responsibility, what's gonna happen. But I can never understand how gay men, right? Gay men want gay people, the LGBTQIA plus, they want to be counted. They want to be treated fair. They want to be treated with respect. They want to be treated normal, right? But these gay men that is pushing this beef, right, and hyping this beef up, I find it so funny that they can sit there and side with Nicki Minaj while Nicki Minaj and her husband simultaneously call Conscious TV a faggot. Because Conscious TV released the interrogation footage of Kenneth Petty and pretty much debunked the lie that Kenneth and Nicki was going around saying about Jennifer whatever, the victim. Right? So y'all sit here and see whole time these gay men will sit here and kiss this girl's ass, and whole time she thinks poorly of you, and she allows her husband to think poorly, or boyfriend, whatever, to say trash shit about you in your community. And don't say, oh, it's just that gay person. No, it's not. That's just like a black person allowing a white person that they like calling another black person a nigga, and not with like a nigga, like a nigger, right? And being like, well, that's just that black person that they're talking about. No. So I find that funny. And I find that degrading, right? So people like Armand Wiggins, I like Armand Wiggins, I do. But I can never, like, Armand Wiggins allowed Nicki Minaj to play in his face and all that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't get jiggy with that. I love him, but I can't get jiggy with that. And I really can't get jiggy with the fact that he do be sitting here, like, if he don't like you at the moment, he got a problem with you. So now all of a sudden, you know, he try not to be. Yeah, it's been very weird, because I'm going to tell you what he do. He try not to be openly biased, but he's biased when it comes to Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. So he'll go on spaces and talk shit about Cardi B, but he'll go on live and kind of water it down a little bit and kind of, you know, clean it up so it won't sound too hateful like a Milagro-grams. So he'll try to clean it up, but it's still biased. I can never do that. Even when he was like, "Oh, I'm on Tasha K's side when it comes to Cardi B and Tasha K." No, you're not. You don't really like Tasha. You don't even like Tasha K. You know that. We know that. So it's just weird that you're really doing that, right? But I don't get gay men kissing Nicki Minaj's ass. I don't see where it's degrading as fuck, if you ask me. She get to talk down on me, talk shit. Her husband gets to call my community faggots. People in my community faggots. Yeah, I literally just asked in his comments what's with the live today. I'm surprised there are not spaces today now that Nicki is spiraling. Yeah. So my question is, while you having this group saying how messed up Cardi B is, are you going to really focus on how messed up this shit is? Now that Nicki is doing all that? No, he's not. And if he is, he's going to say it in a way that Cardi B is still wrong in some type of way. I feel like that. And I don't know. Like, I like Armand. I want him to do great, but I don't know about his commentary anymore when it comes to that. Because it's not sounding right. And it sounds off. It sounds very vindictive and he's on motives. That's what it is. It's motives. Real bad. So, but let's see this karma. What is Nicki Minaj's karma for really harboring negative energy towards children that have nothing to do with her? Because she's harboring the negative energy, not Cardi. So, what is Nicki Minaj's karma for harboring negative energy amongst children? 1, 2, 3. Anxiety. So this has done nothing but feed her worry and anxiety, and she's worried that whatever she said will backfire upon her. Also, you have this Princess of Swords. She's going to have to learn about running. You think you told a truth, but you did not tell the truth. You're running with something that is like the Princess of Swords. They want to act like they're right, but they're not totally right. You know, and they don't do things totally right. And they're not speaking the whole truth. They just think they know a truth. The 9, you're going to have to work on that. The 9 of Cups that's in the reverse is something that it knocked back her. But see, by talking this shit, what it really did was knock back her blessings. Probably by a couple of months, you know? So, what you thought was going to happen is that you were still going to get your blessings on time. Nah. They're like, wait, you're not ready yet. You're still a little girl talking shit. We need you to do something else. If you want to be a mother again, we need you to do something else. Right? We need you to level up. Right? We need your heart chakra. We need you to be aligned. You don't look aligned at all. Okay? Also, Spirit is just saying that what's appropriate. Okay? You're going to have to conform. The shit that she's saying, she's going to have to shut up. Eventually, right? She does. Because it's making her look bad, too. And see how time people want to say that Cardi B looks bad when she talks shit. Nicki Minaj is looking horrible, right? And it's going to look horrible amongst her peers and others and shit. Ain't nobody not see that shit. So she's going to have to conform. She's going to have to act right, okay? And she is going to be talked to about it in the background and stuff. But it's a lot of people that's going to fall out of favor with her. Some shit people don't really like. You know, so it's certain things that she's going to miss out on. Okay. And it's going to serve her. In a nutshell, she's going to have anxiety about her shit. And she's going to have anxiety about her stuff coming out. And she's going to have problems with, she's on druggers. You said druggers. Yes, she's on druggers. Druggers. Nicki Minaj is on drugs. Allegedly. We know this. I don't have to think none of that shit. She's on druggers, okay? I told you. Cardi B smoking Newports and Nicki Minaj doing perks. So it's all that good stuff. So blessings about children is getting pushed back. She's going to be pushing back her other things. I don't know, probably an album or something. People are going to be looking at her funny, so she's going to have to change up some stuff. It's just a lot of things, right? And stop being so hateful. It's like Why are you being so hateful about blessings that you yourself will receive over time? You have to believe it. You have all this anxiety about not getting what you want, but you will get what you want. So stop looking at someone else and thinking that they have what you want, or they have, or they're stealing it from you. They're not. What's for you is for you. What's for them is for them. It's going to happen in good timing, but you don't have to be hateful about it. That means you're not learning anything. How do you think her next album is going to do? Let's see. Nicki Minaj's next album. How is her next album going to do? Ooh. I don't think it's going to do bad at all. But I think Nicki be worried about the wrong things, too. Cardi B be worried about the wrong things, but so does Nicki. 1, 2, 3. How is Nicki Minaj's album going to do? Oh, she's working at it. 7 of Pentacles. She's taking stock. That means that she has music that she has done, and now she's taking inventory of this music. She's looking at things, right? I think she's looking at stuff. So I think this is something that was already happening. I think she's already been creating music and creating projects and things like that. 7 of Wands in reverse. The thing is, the barbs will always support her. So yeah, but see, here's the problem with that. If I get back to that, give me 1 second. I think she doesn't feel confident about it. But I feel like she's going to do some features, collabs, working with people. I think the album is going to do good, though. But the 8 of Cups, she's going to need to walk away from the extra drama because that could affect her partnerships and stuff like that. Some people won't do a feature with her based on how she feels about what she's saying to Cardi B, right? And to be honest, I think it's going to be fair, and I think it's going to balance out. And I think when she walks away from the drama and stuff, things will be better. But I think that her album isn't going to be bad at all. But I think some of the things that she's saying is going to affect her. Yeah, she got songs, but I think she's going to probably put features on it or something like that. I don't know if that's remixing, do some things, drop some things, add some things, whatever, because she wants to be satisfied with what she puts out. But to be honest, again, she got to be careful of what she does on the karmic level because it's going to affect her in different ways in different areas. And one area can be her music too. And about the barbs always supporting her, let's see what's the tea. How does the barbs really feel about Nicki Minaj talking about culture, Kiara? Stanley talking about culture, Kiara. What are the barbs' actual thoughts about it? Because, 1, 2, 3. What are the barbs' actual thoughts? Moving. They like pack this shit up and move on. Pack this shit up. Bad reputation. This is why people say that we got a bad reputation, right? And running with shit. Running with narratives. Okay, so they want to pack this shit up and move on. This bad reputation that talks about how people feel about them, how they feel like, okay, it's 2 things. That's why people say that we're this and we're that. That's not all barbs. But then some barbs are actually rabble in that bad reputation. And then they're running with the narrative. Now they're running with the narrative of culture's ugly and things like that. And then it's like ain't shit in the reverse. They feel like it's horrible, but however, they're going to run with the narrative and they're going to paint a picture of Cardi B and her daughter ain't shit. Yeah, filtering shit like crazy. with all these new Billboard rules and calling Billboard out today, she better pray she sell more than Cardi. Yeah, she better pray. But see, it's good to be cool and have friends in high places than it is to be a bitch. I can see them filtering like shit, like crazy. Let me see. The Barbs, how they feel about Nicki talking about Cardi B's unborn child. 1, 2, 3. Happiness hater. You got a lot of, okay, so some of these Barbs, happiness hater, is, look, they don't like to see other people happy, right? So some of these Barbs are haters. They see somebody, whatever they're doing in life, and they hate it. So they're going to say something about it. Giving money is in a reverse. Some of these outlets get paid too to talk shit. Obsessive lover. These are stands. So this is a stand. Oh God. Some of these people are getting paid by means of, you're getting paid through your content and things, or by certain people to spread certain narratives to give to these stand trolls, whatever. It's a lot. It's a lot. And some of these people that's talking shit online aren't even people. So just to tell y'all that. But it's bad. It's crazy. And I feel like Amon Wiggins has fallen into the category of the creators who cash in on stan culture and stroking the egos of the obsessed stan. But that's what I'm getting from that. But all right, y'all. I just seen what was happening. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? But yeah. I would do a reading on JT. But y'all not going to like what I say about JT. JT has a self-hating problem. Like, for real. Like, y'all, I think JT has a self-hating problem. I think that JT acts the way she acts, thinking that that's how high society acts, and not everybody who's rich and of stature or whatever acts like that. A lot of them don't even act like that. JC has a nasty, snotty attitude that thinks she's above some shit that she's not. And I think she kind of feels like at some point she did not like her skin complexion, so she feels like she has to overcompensate with a fucked up attitude, which makes it stupid. You can't stand Shay. I can't stand JT. I can't, like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, girl. And then her and Saucy Santana got into it. That's the other tea. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Saucy Santana finally, her be getting, her, I said her and Saucy been getting into it. I don't know. Hey, boo. It's 9:42, y'all. But I've been on here for an hour. So the next time I do this, I'm going to be talking about Saucy and JT and them. Let me see. From one dark skin to another, can't stand her. She calls everyone ugly, and it really irks me. Where's the sweater? But yeah. I don't see why she's calling everybody ugly. Because to be honest with you, JT did have a little piece of work done here and there. Yes, she did. Like, for some reason, JT nose looks different from back in the day. I think she did a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I think she did. But, and then she also had body done. And to me, I like JT as a rapper. She definitely had work done. Oh, yeah. So I'm like, you're no different than any other female with a little bit of coin. You got your ass done. You did something to your nose. You're wearing a fucking lace front and a bunch of makeup. Like, I don't see where you're cuter than anybody. Okay. You're not cute. You're rich. I mean, not rich. You have some type of money. That's what it is. You're not cute. You just have money. Like that quote, you're not ugly. You're just broke. That's what that is. You said she was a little bit more plump when she was younger. Yeah, that's who. But yeah, y'all, we're going to talk about JT and Saucy Santana next time. But also, I have to respond to my request. And I've been getting a lot of requests for the next superstar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an updated reading on that. Because y'all been requesting it. And I think that I need to do it before they rip my head off. Okay? So I'm going to be doing that next. So look out for an uploaded video about the next music superstar and things like that. So I'm about to roll, y'all. I love you. I'm about to roll and give me some sleep. Yeah. And I hope y'all get y'all some sleep and stay away from this negative energy. Because it ain't nothing but negative energy. That shit was evil as hell. And honestly speaking, whoever backs that shit thinks it's cute. Sit there and retweet stuff and make memes about a little 8-year-old or whatever. They're going to hell. That's some bullshit. They need to repent. But yeah, love y'all for real. Peace, y'all. Peace, 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 peace.